Welcome to Astrodology, the podcast that brings you knowledge, wisdom, and principles that can help you find the peace and comfort we all seek and deserve in our lives. Hi friends, welcome back to this edition of Astrodology with Astrid. We're continuing our conversation about this powerful word and energy, manifestation. Today we're going to dive deeper into manifestation. We've already covered the mind and how that affects manifestation. And we've talked about creating the clarity that you need in order to manifest. So today we're going to jump in a little bit more into actual manifestation. Looking to the future is what I call manifestation for myself, because you want to prepare and look to the future. And it's a conundrum because you need to stay in the present moment in order to do that. So let's get into it. This first quote, opening statement, comes from Logan Pearsall Smith. There are two things to aim at in life. First, go get what you want, and after that, to enjoy it. Only the wisest of mankind achieves the second. Boy, is that so true. We get the thingy that we want, and before we can nourish it and really enjoy the juiciness of it, we're often running on to something else. It is important to be mindful about the future. In our present moment awareness, we keep a broad, wide, expansive view that allows us to look towards the future without going into fear about it or trying to completely manipulate it. Setting intentions is a way of solidifying your connection to your desires. It has been proven that words and thoughts are things. They are a form of energy. When you set goals, you become the co-creator of your life. A more modern way of goals is intentions. The universe truly wants to fulfill our desires, but it is our fear or feelings of lack that keep us from our good. From the book of positive quotations arranged by John Cook, make the enjoyment of life a primary goal. Because all we have to do is feel the blessing, the gift, the grace of being alive just another second, moment, minute of the day. We need to learn to calendar in a day with ourselves, for ourselves, and all about our vision for the future. We need to learn to make it a priority between now and before we hit the new year, to set your intentions in your mind, your heart, and also with your pen. Sometimes we have to determine what it is that we don't want to determine what it is that we do want. Kathleen Norris said, "Before you begin a thing, remind yourself that difficulties and delays, quite impossible to foresee, are ahead." Let me repeat that. Difficulties and delays, quite impossible to foresee, are ahead. You can only see one thing clearly, and that is your intention, she says. She says, form a mental vision of that and cling to it through thick and thin. B.C. Forbes, it is when things go hardest, when life becomes most trying, that there is greatest need for having a fixed goal. When few comforts come from without, it is all the more necessary to have a fount to draw from within. In the yoga world, we're always taught that everything we need is inside of us if we just turn inward. This is a cornerstone of why breathwork and meditation are so important in every human being's life. Now let's move into one of my favorite spiritual teachers, Dr. Wayne Dyer. These next thoughts come from his book, Wisdom of the Ages. And I believe this book is well over 25 plus years old, but the wisdom is current. Here we go. There is a law in psychology that if you form a picture in your mind of what you would like to be, and you keep and hold that picture there long enough, you will soon become exactly as you have been thinking, according to William James. We think in pictures, Dr. Dyer says, just as we dream in pictures, not words, not sentences or phrases, but mental images. The words are symbols enabling us to communicate or describe those things in pictures. It is this picturing process that William James is saying that you control with your free will. If you actually convert those pictures into your reality, you will become the co-creator of your very existence and all that shows up in your life. What I will do is offer you what I think of are the 4 R's for putting the idea to work beginning today. Here are the 4 R's in one sentence. You ready? What you really, 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 really want, you will get. Starting with the first really, what you really wish. Form a picture of what you really would like in your life, such as a promotion, a new car, weight loss, non-addiction, or whatever. Once the picture is formed, you wish for it by seeing yourself in the job, driving the new car, or at your desired weight. Everything you manifest begins with a wish based on your inner vision. What you really desire. The difference between merely having a picture in your mind that you wish for and a desire is your willingness to ask for it. Whatever you have asked for in your imagery, ask out loud, but privately to receive it. Really intend. Now you take the picture you have wished for and asked for and you frame it into a statement of intention or will. It goes like this. I intend to bring this picture into my world with the cooperation of ... whatever you prefer to name as a creative intelligence. There is no room for doubt with such statements as if everything works out okay or if I'm really lucky. There's no space for those statements. And finally, really passionate. I call this the hardening of the will. You are unwilling to allow anyone to discourage your passionate purpose or put a damper on your picture. You resist the negative opinions of others and you remain silent as much as possible on what you intend to produce into your life. This passion is what William James meant by, and you keep and hold that picture there long enough. Those who really, 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 really accomplished at attracting things into their life, all they desire, are by no means lucky, nor do their circumstances create their desires, and by no means lucky do their circumstances create their desires. Whatever course you have chosen for yourself, it will not be a chore, but an adventure if you bring to it a sense of the glory of striving, if your sights are set for above the merely secure and mediocre, says David Snarnoff. There are 3 ingredients in the good life, according to Christopher Morley: learning, earning, and yearning. Again, Christopher Morley: learning, earning, and yearning. Charles C. Noble said, you must have long-range goals to keep you from being frustrated by short-range failures. And this final thought today comes from Sylvia Silk. What actions can we take to reinforce abundance consciousness? What new behaviors can we implement today? For one, we can stop looking for bargains and start allowing. Allow the flow of money, love, opportunities, things, etc. to come to you from unexpected places. Money flow is not personal. Money does not come from people. Money comes from the universe, the source of all that is flowing through people to reach you. One reason we don't have enough money is because we waste so much of it on things we don't really need, or because we reinforce the term not enough with our actions. This upcoming week, pay attention to all the times you're tempted to devalue things, including yourself, especially yourself. Be willing to pay the price for what you value or do without. Be willing to receive from others without discounting your own value. Value yourself, and those who show up will also value you, and be willing to pay the price for what you offer. Trust that. Live that. Take yourself off automatic. Regram yourself for abundance. The poor man is not he who is without a cent, but he who is without a dream, says Harry Kemp. Washington Irving. Great minds have purposes. Others have wishes. Maurice Switzer. You seldom get what you go after unless you know in advance what you want. And finally, Don Harold. Unhappiness is not knowing what we want and killing ourselves to get it. Amen, amen, amen to that. Killing ourselves with not, trying to get something that we don't, as Dr. Wayne Dyer said, that we really, really, really want. I really hope this message brought you a pearl of wisdom, one statement, one quote, one word, allowed you the impetus, the energy, and the momentum to really go after what it truly is that you want to manifest. Next episode, we will go deeper into manifestation. Thank you so much for tuning in today and listening to our topic on truly how to manifest and really focusing on the 4 R's, what you really, 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 really want. I'll catch you in the next episode. Thank you again, as always, for tuning in to Astrodology with Astrid. Namaste. Thank you for listening to Astrodology. If you enjoyed this episode and would like to help support the podcast, please hit the subscribe button and tell your friends about it by sharing this program on social media. You can also follow me on Instagram at Coda Life Goddess or at CodaLife.com. Coda is C-O-T-A, Coda Life Goddess or CodaLife.com. Thank you again for listening to Astrodology, and I'll see you next time.